Now, just what do you believe? Welcome to this week's Friday's Food for Thought. Our internal beliefs can go largely unnoticed except when evidenced by our actions or situational outcomes. Even more so, our beliefs determine our level of happiness, and that's something we all want more of in our lives. Our professional and personal lives often give us multiple blows all at once. Now, the key is to increase our happiness factor where such frustrations and discomfort don't prevent us from moving on or getting trapped in a state of misery. Let's take a look at a few ways that each of us can increase our happiness quotient. Number one, 50 Shades of Grey. Not the best-selling book, but people. Rude borrowers or prospects are not always that way. Now, often we may catch them on a bad day, so avoid thinking that splits a person as all good or bad. Each of us are a wonderful, messy mix of both. So are our clients. Except that one day they may be rude and crabby and another warm and inviting. Number two, seek truth. Don't always buy into your first snap judgment or gut feeling in a given situation. Just because you lost a loan does not mean that you're a terrible salesperson. Isolate the situation and stop and consider the big picture. Avoid negative self-judgments. Number three, we are all selfish and imperfect. Now, the sooner we can accept our own failings and flaws, the better off we and our loved ones and colleagues will be. Now, if someone does point out a fault, don't be defensive, but rather say, "You're right, I can be that way." Now, this isolates the flaw as something that you occasionally do without letting it define your character as a whole. Number four, sometimes surrender is good. Now, there are some things that we just can't change. Some reverse mortgage professionals are fixated on the recent changes to the reverse mortgage program and see them as showstoppers. The sooner that we can give in to that which we cannot change, we can now direct our energy to that which we can change. Number five, avoid what should have been. When our expectations are confronted with a circumstance we feel is unjust, inner turmoil is the result. Regret and anger are heavy burdens to carry. Look to make sense of what happened rather than imposing a perfect world template on an ever-changing circumstance. There you have it. Now, what do you believe and how do you increase your personal happiness? What sage advice would you give to us? Share your comments in the comment section below and have a great weekend.